Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. I know I'm wearing my pyjamas. I've just emerged from my slumber. My producer has sent me this thing to react to, and I'm excited to do it because I think this band is having somewhat of a moment. They're huge on basically everything, and a few of my friends have happened to see them live and said that they're unbelievable. I've heard nothing but brilliant reports. I'm talking about the Deftones, of course. They've got a song called My Mind is a Mountain, which came out on the 10th of July. So, in a sense, I'm slightly late to the party, I guess, but I'll cover it now and, well, not cover it, I'll react to it. Maybe I'll cover it as well on acoustic. We'll see. Justin Hawkins rides again. I might even tune this guitar up at some point. But, you know, I probably won't. Yes, I am fully in my pyjamas. Okay, fair enough. It's 5 years since Deftones released their last studio album, then their ninth, Ohms. I didn't realise they'd had so many records out. And this week they've announced the name of their 10th, Private Music. Sounds good, doesn't it? Which will be made public in August. Formed in 1988 in Sacramento, California, Deftones have been described as an alternative metal band and as a revered out-metal quintet with more than 14.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. They've achieved widespread acclaim for tracks that include Change in the House of Flies, My Own Summer, Be Quiet and Drive, in brackets, Far Away, and Sex Tape. They've also recently announced a UK and European tour starting in Paris in January, whereas my tour will be beginning in Swindon in January with this, my YouTube show, but live, so it's with Justin Hawkins Rides Again. See? Anyway, My Mind is a Mountain is the first single to be released from Deftones' Private Music album. There's no video yet, but so I'm just going to react to the song. You know, it's up on YouTube just with the album cover, which has got a white snake on it. Like the band Whitesnake. I love Whitesnake. I was born under a bad sign, left out in the cold. I'm a lonely man who knows just what it means to lose control. Again. Bloody hell. I've not even put my headphones on and it's already blowing me away. Here we go. That's one of the things that's been observed. My brother went to see them because my niece is very much into like the really heavy rock and metal and stuff, and so she wanted to go and see them, and my brother was just blown away by the sound. So here we go. It's weird because you can hear. To me, it sounded initially like it was E going to C sharp, but there's something else playing like the ninth in there, the F sharp, which is so unexpected to me. I thought this was going to be like pure kind of like detuned power chords, which is just like the root and the fifth, but there's just to hear a ninth in there is really interesting. It's sort of makes it sound like some of the sort of shoegazer music that was sort of out in the 90s that my brother was really into. I was less into it, but there's some bits of it that I really admired, and the chord voicings were super interesting, and that sounds like one of those. And it's way more melodic than I was anticipating. I've got to say, I didn't know what to expect with Deftones, but this is great. So I'm not doing that very well, man. It says E, F sharp, C sharp, but it's kind of like, there's definitely like a ninths in there. What's this one? And a 6 as well. 6 and 9. They know what they're doing, this lot, don't they? There's some sort of electronic Sims or Lindrum thing happening in the background there. Sounds like a whip crack. God, that's really exciting. They sit right in the sweet spot between like the 90s shoegazer and really, really heavy stuff from, well, heavy metal, I suppose. I don't know how to describe this, really. Melodic metal or something? God, it's really great. You know, it's quite mesmerizing, isn't it? It's like it's not as straight up. It doesn't do that sort of what's it called, metalcore or electro core or whatever. You know, that stuff when it has synthesizer things. They're not bothering with any of that stuff. It's just really in your face all the way through. And then it's almost like goth. Just heard something doing that. It's really gothy, isn't it? And this bit's more anthemic in a sort of expected way. The mode of it feels a bit more trad, you know. So. So it's definitely more palatable, that section there. So this is like the anthemic kind of sing-alongy bit, I suppose. It's funny because I think a few of those guitars are sort of wandering around and harmonising with each other, and then after that it's like, never mind that shit, let's get back into the riff, and everyone's just like, fuck, you know, playing the same thing in a really powerful and emphatic way. It sounds like it's detuned to C sharp, because it sounds like an open string, the way it's sort of, the tone of the note fluctuates a little bit as it settles after the strike. So I think that's an open stringed C sharp. And then he probably goes up to like second fret and then smudges it to the third. 2 3 0 0 0 0 0 2 3. Went a bit higher then. Okay, well, I love that. It sounds outrageously atmospheric. It's like goth, but on steroids or something. Bits of 90s shoegazer stuff, early 90s shoegazer. Early 90s shoegazer. Oh, I've just woken up. Sorry, you've got to give me a break. This is my second coffee. I'm not quite there yet. Hang on. In summary, the Deftones are magnificent. They sound absolutely huge. Everyone who I know who's been to see them, whose opinions I deeply respect, have said that they're unbelievable live. So if you get a chance to go and see them, do so. Let me know in the comments what you think of this record. It doesn't sound like they're arsing around with synthesizers. They're not trying to do any sort of fusion, but what they've actually done is create this incredibly powerful soundscape. It's really immersive. I think it's a great sounding recording, and I can't wait to hear more. I'm a fan, so yeah, Deftones, awesome, nice one, guys. I'll do the theme tune, allow you to continue the discussion down there. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. That sounds all right. Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos. Do all the usual stuff, and come and see me live in January, February. If you're not looking at the Deftones, try and do both. Yeah, do that. All right, nice one. See you later, guys. Okay.